These giant cables on the Golden Gate Bridge are actually made up of tiny little wires all woven together. This bridge was built back in the 1930s, and one problem they had was building these giant cables. They were too large or heavy to be built elsewhere, so they used a method called aerial cable spinning. This method had been invented by John Roebling, who is the guy behind the Brooklyn Bridge, but the Golden Gate Bridge was definitely the largest bridge it had ever been attempted on. The method involved sending a single steel wire across the entire span of the bridge using a tiny steel wheel to propel it across. Once it reached the opposite side, workers would catch it and put it into a bundle. Once they had 60 wires in a bundle, workers would manually walk across the catwalks of the bridge and tighten each piece to make sure it had the perfect tension. They did this for over 27,000 wires per cable, and in total they used 80,000 miles of wire in order to build these thick cables that hold up the Golden Gate Bridge. At the end, they used a hydraulic press to press all these wires together to create the cables that you see today. This method is still used across the world today, although most of it is done by machines rather than by hand. Would you have had the guts to do this job? I get nervous just walking across the Golden Gate Bridge today, so I can't imagine.